Hey guys, Yxlarb here, and welcome back to my Cars walkthrough. Disney Pixar Cars, baby. Doing a quick burnout there. And in the last episode, we completed the first race, which was in a dream, so it really doesn't make sense for us to get trophy points for it, but we did anyway. I'm not complaining, just making an observation. And here we are at the Radiator Cap Circuit. Lizzie's postcard hunt, I'm going to explain it real quick, actually. Lizzie's postcard hunt requires you to find 20 missing postcards, and a few of them will be available immediately, and quite a few won't be available in the area we have available to us right now. So we won't be able to actually finish it till near the end of the game. So to make it easier on myself and on you guys, I'm not going to activate this event till the very end. It won't be the absolute last event we do, but it'll be pretty close to the last after we have all of our areas available to us and we can actually obtain them all, because it's annoying to have an ongoing thing like that. I'd rather just have it all done at one time. But until then, we're just going to do normal races. Anyway, as of today, I am officially done with my third year of college. I finished all my final papers. I wrote like 25 pages worth of papers.
Ah, you're the esteemed American racer, Lightning McQueen, correct?
Okay.
Splendid! How fortuitous! And my colleague Gerald and I were hoping to engage your attention in a little competitive excursion.
Was that English?
British, my dear boy. We've hopped across the pond to give you Yanks 1-4, eh?
What about you guys?
We have also come for a challenge.
All right then, welcome. The more the merrier.
Here we are, technically our first real race, because the last one was in a dream. Finished third place or better to open 2 new events. And we, of course, want to get first place. Now, the start you get in this game doesn't matter. Just hold the gas like crazy. Now, Fletcher here is actually kind of formidable. He's actually keeping up with us. What's up with that? Hey, don't pit maneuver me, clown. You have to use the C button if you want to look behind you. Honestly, it's not very convenient to do, so I don't, because, you know, my right hand is on the gas. We're going to take a shortcut here. Usually when you see these signs, that means there's a shortcut. If you can get some good air, you can get points for it, and if you also take shortcuts, you'll get points for that as well. Actually, how the heck did my stats get turned off? That's one thing. You'll notice that in this game. Okay. Come on. You'll notice that in this game. Sometimes you'll just accidentally turn the map off or stats off, and you won't even recall doing so, just because this game is so sensitive to any control pad movement. It just doesn't make sense to me. But here we are, drifting up in here. Remember, right to go left. Now, you can go out of bounds. This is what happens when you go out of bounds. Oh, no. That's not a good spot to go out of bounds. Let's wait till over here. And just go straight off. Now, when you go out of bounds, it says 3 seconds, but if you go far enough, it'll just transport you anyway. Honestly, it puts you further along in the track. It doesn't really deter you to go off-road like that. Honestly, sometimes it's worth the risk, and usually you're so far ahead of the competition, it doesn't really matter. Sorry, just jumping for fun there. But anyway, as I was saying, you know, I finished like 25 pages worth of papers this week, and that's all I had for finals, so no exams. I'd definitely rather have papers than exams, but yeah. That was a really bad turn. I would love to say that I'm finished with school, but technically I still have my LSAT prep course. For those of you who don't know what the LSAT is, it's the law school admissions test, and I'm taking a prep course to prepare me for that test. Honestly, I'm pretty confident in it, but yeah, it doesn't hurt to take the practice course and take, you know, 10 practice tests to make sure you do really well on it. I mean, yeah, I highly recommend it to anyone who's thinking about going to law school. Take a prep course. It's really worth it. It's been really helpful so far. But otherwise, it is essentially summer break for me. The last big thing I got to do besides this prep course, which, you know, doesn't really have any real homework and it has no grades, so it doesn't really carry any stress with it. I've got to move. Today is May 13th. I am moving at the beginning of June to a new place, a bigger place, which will be so much nicer. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but those of you who've been watching for a long time might have either forgotten it's happening or just haven't noticed it in general because, you know, you're not kind of OCD like me. But you might hear a slight buzzing or humming in the background, and you've probably heard that in probably 95% of our videos. And, sorry, hiccups. And the reason for that is because of my refrigerator. My refrigerator that came with this apartment is atrocious. It is the loudest thing I've ever heard. It'll turn off that crappy noise for about half an hour of every day. Otherwise, it's humming all the time. So like 23 and a half hours a day, it's just humming, humming, humming. So whenever it turns off, it just gets so eerily quiet. It's like, what the hell? Yeah, I feel, it feels like a horror movie all of a sudden. It's so quiet, it's so eerie. But, so I've gotten used to living with it, but you can still hear it in the video. Anytime I film a video in here, or I, you know, do a recording session like this, I always hear it, and it's so frustrating. In our new place, the fridge won't be as bad. I guess a possible way to fix this would be to unplug the refrigerator every time I did a video, but that's really not efficient, both for my food and for, well, I guess just my food. Anyway, there we go. We won. We won pretty hardcore. Yeah, give me my points. Oh, yeah, let's continue the story. I'm not going to save every time. The reason why is because if the recording session fails and I have to redo the video, I guess I could go back and redo events, but yeah, and we won't get the cutscenes, so yeah. Alright, new events. Sally's Sunshine Circuit and Tractor Tipping. Tractor Tipping is going to sound very familiar to you if you've seen the movie. Unfortunately, it's a pretty long event, so we're not actually going to do that one next. We're going to go to Sally's Sunshine Circuit. Hang out with our girl a little bit. Now, this is... When I first played this game, I couldn't figure out how to do this event. Every time I came here and I clicked A, it took me back to the Radiator Springs Grand Prix. I had no idea how to get away from it. Oh, and it looks like you can review the cutscene by pressing Y. Okay, so I guess it doesn't really matter if I save. This game is walkthrough friendly. But you have to press right or left, and then you can see all the events that are available. So yeah, that was pretty frustrating when I figured that out. It was so damn simple, but whatever. Let's just jump in. Now, I am very knowledgeable about cars, so I'll be able to point out a lot of things to you about cars, even though this is like a cartoonish Disney Pixar thing. I can still tell you plenty.
Hey, Stickers. I was hoping you and I could go really well.
There he is! It's totally him! Hi, Lightning. Remember us?
Of course, are you kidding? Who could yeah, you know, I think you look familiar.
He remembers us!
So, aren't you going to introduce me to your friends?
Yeah, this is,
I'm Mia. I'm Tia. We're his biggest fans!
Okay. Wow. Well, that's charming.
We were hoping, like, Lightning would take a drive with us.
Actually, ladies, I don't think that's such a good idea.
Hold on. I have a better idea. You girls up for a little friendly competition? 3 laps. Winner takes a drive with Lightning.
Oh my gosh! We're so in!
You don't have to do this.
Don't you worry. I need the workout.
Count me in too, honey. Can't have a girl's day without me.
Alright, now this is the first event where we don't play as Lightning McQueen. Sorry, I'm pretty particular about my English. Anyway, we play as Sally, who plays a little bit differently. Now, first of all, let's just jump in. Mia and Tia, they're kind of a play on the word Miata, which is what they are. They are based on the Gen 1 Mazda Miatas. And I thought that was super clever. Same thing with the whole... they're flashing their headlights at Lightning, same as, you know, basically flashing their boobs at him, which I think is just hilarious. It's just silly that you can find things like that in essentially a children's movie. It's just stuff like that that makes me think, yeah, this isn't just for kids. So that's how I justify it. But anyway, Sally drives a little bit differently. She seems a little more stiff, if I'm honest. And when you slide, sometimes it's easy to overdo it, and you can slide too much. I don't know, it just slows you down immensely. So when you're driving with Lightning, you don't really lose too much speed by power sliding, but with her, you lose a lot. Maybe it has to do with the fact that her engine's in the back. Who knows? But anyway, us being a Porsche 911, presumably, and then being in 100 wheel horsepower Mazda Miatas, I don't see any reason for us to lose. There shouldn't be, at least. Boom. You don't get any points for destruction, really. You just kind of do whatever. You get points for being a safe driver, or like a clean driver, or whatever. You get 20 points per second of power slide. You get like... See? Safe driver. I don't know how long you have to go for being a safe driver in a row to get that, but yeah. So, I mean, the points actually rack up pretty easy. I mean, almost everything you do results in points. You know, power sliding, jumping, taking shortcuts, being the lap leader each time, etc. It's just, you get all these points, and before you know it, just by playing through the story, you should have enough points to probably at least get every car. If you want to get every paint job for every car, that's going to be a little different, but yeah, that's not what we're doing here. We're not going to be doing much multiplayer anyway. This is the most you'll see of other cars. Now you're probably thinking, oh hey, we have Sally unlocked in multiplayer. Does that mean we can drive around as her and change her paint job? No, we can't. We can only play as Sally in this race, and I believe this is the only race in the whole game where you can play as Sally. So enjoy it while you can. But yeah, it's fun to drive a Porsche. Then again, it's more fun to drive a full race spec car with illegal exhaust and illegal tires, illegal road tires at least. So that's why driving Lightning is more fun. Anyway, just smoke them real good. Let's continue the story. And I realize I can save now because I can rewatch cutscenes and such, but the saving situation is just so tedious. I don't think you guys want to see that.
So how'd it go?
Piece of cake.
Really?
Come on. Groupies are no match for the real thing.
So what about that drive?
You've got yourself a date.
And that we do. We do have ourselves a date. Unfortunately, that date isn't going to take place next. It's not going to take place for a while, actually. I don't exactly know what chapter, because I don't really organize this game in terms of chapters. I just sort of play and just know the order of things. We unlock Doc's lesson, Power Slide, which will be the next thing we're tackling. Again, Lizzie's postcard hunt, not happening until much later, so yes, it's going to be annoying. That's going to be the only thing from Chapter 1 that's left over that we don't get accomplished. And it's going to be so annoying to have it just sitting there taunting us this whole time. But it's what's got to happen. Now, I've played this game enough times where I know where to go. As you can see, Doc is up here. Yeah, buddy. There he is. Just sort of chilling. Unfortunately, the event isn't near him. You have to go down here. Just get some free points while I'm doing that. Yeah, we should be able to easily get over 100,000 points by the end of the game, I think. Now, this is a different type of game. Kind of like Lizzie's postcard hunt, it's not a race. It has Guido and a blue emblem, signifying that it's a mini-game. There are three types. The green with a racing flag, which is a race. The blue with Guido on it, which is a mini-game. I don't know why they thought of Guido for that, but they did. And then red with who the hell knows on. Oh yeah, red with Piston Cup on it, which is the main Piston Cup races. So let's just jump into this.
You're late, son. Been waiting here an hour already.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, time's a wasting. Let's get to work.
Come on, Doc. I still got it.
So you say. You still remember how to handle yourself on dirt?
Sure. Right to go, left. And this time, I'm not going into the cactus, old-timer.
Well, we'll just see about that.
Alright, now this is sort of like a race, but basically we're practicing our power slides. So, if you weren't listening to me earlier and learning that the L button is how you power slide, now you'll know. So basically, yeah. We have to beat this in a certain amount of time, I believe is what it said. I didn't exactly look at what the time was, but it's not a big deal. So we got this cool sort of half pipe, well, I guess quarter pipe thing going. And basically, you have this little arrow up here, which tells you start power sliding here. and it's kind of off because you end up going off the road a little bit. So honestly, do it a little bit beforehand. Don't listen to the arrow completely, but yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we'll do. Whoa, I hit something invisible there. But yeah, so I'm gonna hit it a little bit before the arrow, right here probably. Sure, it takes me up to the inside, but it's better to be a little bit on the inside than the outside. Maybe there's a more prime spot, but really it doesn't matter. We're gonna get a perfect score either way. Okay, see, again, with hitting something invisible, I have no idea what's going on. Let's try something else. Let's try going further this way. Oh no, that was way off. Way off. Yeah, I can feel it.
Oh, yeah, I am good.
Are you good? Are you good, Lightning? There we go. Yep, we got 3 out of 3. So mini games usually aren't worth as much as the races, so that's just a given, sort of. You thought that was all? Oh, not at all. This is one of those events that leads into another event automatically. There'll be a few of these throughout the game.
Whew, good run.
Uh-huh. Not bad. That track's only got 2 turns, though. Let's see how you handle these back roads. You and me.
What, me? Racing the fabulous Hudson Hornet?
Nope. You racing your crew chief. Let's go.
Now, just to point something out, that first race we did, the Dog's Lesson Power Slide, that wouldn't be in the compact version. In the compact version, we would just go straight to this race. We wouldn't have to do that. So that's just one example of many things that are reduced in the compact version. So, yeah, just giving you an example of that. Now we're actually racing Doc. I suppose you can consider this a sort of boss race. You know, a whole one-on-one sort of deal. But really, it's not that bad. It's not much worse than anything we've done yet. But yeah, it's still fun. Still a fun game. And now if you know how to power slide, you'll be driving much more efficiently anyway. Big jump here. Big air. We get 25 per second in big air. And I think you have a maximum of 3 seconds. You have a maximum of 3 seconds for power slide that you can get. By the way, this little gate's open. You don't have many opportunities to come in here, so enjoy it. Not that it's anything too spectacular anyway. Shortcut right here, kind of hard to get sometimes. Yeah, you can have a maximum of 3 seconds for power slide. You can have a maximum of 3 for big air. And I'm actually not going to talk about that one because it's not available to us yet. But we will. We will at some point, don't worry. Look at that giant air. I landed too far sideways. I thought we were going to end up going further, and I didn't want to go into the rocks. So I wanted to land like that, but yeah, it wasn't perfect. Anyway, by this point, if you're just finding this video and you're not subscribed to us, definitely do, because we've got several other series going on at the same time. Every Monday for now, Forza Motorsport 6 gameplays are going up, hosted by me, not me. Whoa, that was a weird glitch. But yeah, hosted by me, and then we've got this game, of course, going from Tuesdays to Thursdays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. We got a collaboration going up Fridays through Sundays. Whoa, that was a bad crash. And that's going to be, like I said, a collaboration between Bosniancheese and myself. Not going to tell you what that game is yet, but you will see it soon, obviously, in a couple of days now. And the last game that's actually already been revealed is NBA 2K16. Okay, I went way out of bounds. Get back. NBA 2K16 gameplays, which will go up once a month on the first Monday of each month. The reason why it's just not plentiful at all right now is because Bosniancheese, well, it's actually for a couple reasons. For those of you who don't know, who don't pay attention to our Facebook page, which you definitely should, please go follow it, go like it, so you can keep up with all this news in between videos. He broke his hand, most likely. They still haven't given him a definitive answer, but he's probably going to need surgery. So he's going to be out of commission for a few weeks. So NBA 2K had to be backed up to July, as far as we know. It could potentially be August, but I don't want to make a call like that yet until we actually know. So he is out of commission in that way, but also he's down home for the summer while I'm still up here at school. So in my school town, small school town. So that's basically what the situation is. So until he comes back and we know exactly how our schedules are going to be next year and how busy we're going to be, we're going to keep his series at once a month. But the videos are going to be longer, probably about half an hour each, you know, for those NBA 2K gameplays. But so, you know, it'll still be something for now. We're just going to start out and see how people like it and all before we put too much effort and commitment towards it. Either way, you're going to be getting, you know, 3 other collaboration videos with him in them a week. So you'll be getting your Bosniancheese fix. Don't you worry. And actually, I am going to save this time.
How's that? Okay?
Ah, that's okay, but you're hanging it out too much. Too early on the throttle. Hey, you listening to me?
Whoa, what's he doing here?
Checking out the competition.
Yeah, must be nervous.
No, just smart.
Huh. You think I should do the same thing to him? Go to his town, hide out, watch him practice?
You race as well as you run your mouth, you'd have that piston cup already. Just don't worry about him. You have plenty of work to do. I'm sure you'll be seeing each other soon.
So for those who don't know, that was Chick Hicks. He was the winner in cars of the previous year's Grand Prix. Not the previous year's Grand Prix. Grand Prix. God, my English. The previous year's Piston Cup. He won the Piston Cup the last year. And he really shouldn't have won. First of all, he cheated to get King out of the race, and then Lightning McQueen sacrificed the Piston Cup to help out King. So, really, he shouldn't have been the winner. You'll hear more about that in the next episode. So well, actually, no. Before I lie, we still got tractor tipping to do, which is a big event. It'll probably take up the entire next video, which you might actually need some help with, honestly. Some parts of it are actually kind of difficult, but if you put your mind to it, it really just takes, you know, a little bit of thinking on your part, which is different than most things you do in this game because it's so simple, but don't worry, I'm here. I'll help you through all of it. But after that, we will go after the first Piston Cup race. See you guys in the next episode.